Hi guys and welcome back to the Mighty Blues. My name is of course Cameron and welcome back today to another video, not a live stream today. Usually do live streams on Fridays, of course, usually the live game preview, but no game for Everton this weekend. All of the lads still on their winter break, a lot of them coming back now from their holidays. I know Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Tom Davis have been over in New York looking absolutely boss all week. I think they're back now in the country. Jordan Pickford obviously being in Dubai, he's now back. So a lot of the lads still getting back into the sort of ways of training and getting back into the schedule of getting into Finch Farm and stuff. I'm sure they'll be back in on Monday training for the Arsenal game next week, but no game this weekend. So I thought, you know what, I wanted to bring a video where I discuss something that I think's been quite prominent on social media over the last couple of weeks, and it's to do with the Merseyside derby, and it's to do with the whole feeling and the whole worry, I suppose it is, that them lot over the road could potentially seal the deal at Goodison Park. Now I want to just say a couple of things on that situation in itself before I go into why I think everybody needs to go and get down to Goodison Park on March the 16th for the Merseyside derby, because it's not about Liverpool Football Club, it's about Everton Football Club. By the time it comes to the Merseyside derby, the middle of March, we could be very close to a Champions League place, if not in a Champions League place already. We're on the 14th of February now, Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and we're currently sitting 5 points behind the Champions League spot. Now I know there's a lot of teams in and around us that are on similar points to us, but if results go our way and we start to, we continue to keep up our form and we continue to pick up wins here and there, massive game against Arsenal next week, of course. If we can beat Arsenal and we can continue that run of form, then we could be seriously sitting in a European place come the 16th of March, and even fighting for the Champions League. Now I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, but we definitely could be in and around there. So firstly, like I said, I want to talk about the whole feeling that them lot could seal a deal at Goodison Park. Listen, I think we all know as a fan base, and we mightn't want to accept it, we mightn't like it, but I think we all know deep down that the Premier League is done. They're going to win the Premier League. We've known that for months. I've personally known it's going to happen since before Christmas, and I've come to accept it, and I'm not actually that bothered about it anymore, because since I've come to accept that that is the inevitable and that is going to happen, I've seen Everton get rid of a manager that's mediocre and not good enough for the football club and bring in a world-class manager, and I've seen the form flip. And we're winning games that we wouldn't usually be winning, and we're beating teams in ways that we wouldn't usually be beating teams. And really, for me, that just makes me feel like I don't really give a shit about what's going on the other side of the park, because I'm all about Everton. My love for Everton Football Club massively outweighs my hatred for Liverpool Football Club, and I do massively hate Liverpool, but mathematically, they could seal a deal at Goodison Park. Now, I want to just talk over a couple of rumours that have been said over social media over the last couple of weeks regarding this. We're not going to give them a guard of honour. There's no way that we'd give them a guard of honour. You've seen the Scottish League a couple of weeks ago. I think it was Rangers flat out refused to give Celtic a guard of honour. There's no law in football that states you have to give a guard of honour. If you turn around and you go, you don't want to, then you don't have to. We've seen it before and would likely see it again. Also, for me, just to numb the worry and how I've been thinking about it personally, I think it'll be done and dusted before the Merseyside derby. The Merseyside derby's on the 16th of March, obviously in about a month's time, just over a month's time. Personally, I think Manchester City will have well dropped points before the 16th of March, and I think Liverpool could wrap it up even before the Merseyside derby. But let's just say, for argument's sake, they were to wrap the league up at Goodison, mathematically winning at Goodison. They wouldn't be handed the trophy, because I believe you don't get handed the trophy until the last home game of the season, or the last game of the season if it goes to the last game of the season. Let's say that they mathematically won it at Goodison Park. What would be the worst that could happen? All as we would be poised with is Liverpool fans celebrating and the players celebrating on the pitch after the game. Now, if that was to happen, we'd simply just all get up out of our seats and leave as soon as the final whistle went. We wouldn't have to sit there and watch it. We wouldn't have to sit there and enjoy it. We'd just literally, as soon as the final whistle went, if we were to lose that game of football and it meant that they mathematically won the trophy, we'd get up and we'd just get off. And that'd be it. That'd be it. And the reason I'm doing this video and the reason I'm talking about it is because I have been a little bit concerned about some of the stuff I've seen personally over social media. Now, everybody is going to have a personal opinion on this matter, and this is why I'm doing the video, because I think it's a really, really interesting one to gauge where people's heads are at with, because I know there'll be a lot of Evertonians that don't even want to be in the same stadium as them lot if they've got the potential to mathematically win it, and I know there'll be a lot of Evertonians that'll think, I'm not going that game because I literally can't sit there and sit through it, or I can't sit there and hear the goal, and I don't want to be a part of it, I'm going to sell me ticket, or I'm not going to turn up. But personally, I think that every single Evertonian that's got a ticket or got the opportunity to get a ticket and go to this game needs to get down to Goodison Park. Everton confirmed that it's a sellout. It's a sellout for this game. All of the tickets have been sold. Now, I've seen some stuff on social media of certain Everton fans saying that they're gonna have the ticket, but they're not gonna turn up to the game, or they're gonna potentially sell it to a Liverpool fan for ridiculous amounts of money, which is illegal, sell it for a Liverpool fan for a ridiculous amount of money, and then call the club and say that your card's been stolen, and then the club cancels it and the Liverpool fan can't get in, which is illegal, and B, just reflects massively negatively on the football club. Or just not turn up at all. And like I said, it's your personal preference. If you don't want to go, you don't have to go. That's completely fine. But for me, I think that we need to get every single Evertonian down to Goodison Park on March the 16th. It's a night game. It's going to be Goodison under the lights, and like I said, if worse comes to worse, and they could potentially wrap it all up, and they could potentially seal a deal at Goodison Park, personally, I don't think it'll happen, because I think Man City will drop numerous amounts of points within the next month, and I think they could even have it done before then. Or, who knows, football at the end of the day, nothing's certain. Liverpool could end up dropping points before the 16th of March, but like I said, let's say the inevitable does happen, the worst thing does happen and they go on and they can't seal the deal at Goodison Park. Who's to say that they're going to win at Goodison? Who's to say that they're going to turn up and they're going to beat us and they're going to walk all over us? I know previous Merseyside derby results haven't been great under previous managers, but we've got a manager now who really, really knows what it's like to be in big games. And I want to chalk the FA Cup game off, because I know there's going to be people in the comments now saying, well, you say that, Cam, but look at the FA Cup game, and we had Carlo Ancelotti then and we still didn't turn up. For me, it's a completely different situation. What I noticed in the Merseyside derby at Goodison Park last year was Evertonians come to Goodison. We were in possibly one of the worst runs of form I've ever seen Everton in. Definitely in the last sort of 4 or 5 years since David Moyes has left the club. We went massively downhill after we lost the Merseyside derby cruelly at Anfield, and we didn't really regain form at any point. We got a couple of wins here and there. We beat Burnley, 5-1 on Boxing Day, but we never really regained any solid form after that Merseyside derby at Anfield. Liverpool come to Goodison Park and we still sold the ground out. We still made it honourable for them, and we made the atmosphere boss for every single player in an Everton shirt. And what happened? We went out and we put in a fantastic performance. We made them drop points, and ultimately in that season we stopped them winning the league, whether they like it or not. We stopped them winning it at Goodison Park, and I understand that some fans are a little bit wary that might now come back and bite us in the arse, because it might be now that they could win it at Goodison Park. But realistically, it's not like that, is it? Because like I said at the start of the video, they've won it already. We've known that they're going to have won it, since bloody December. We've known that they're going to have won it for months and months and months and months. This situation would be a lot worse. And I was speaking to Network Michael Dean and John Maguire, who you'll know from Mike's channel, before the Crystal Palace game last week, and I was speaking to them, and we all sort of agreed that we'd rather them never win it at all, but it would be much more difficult to deal with if they'd have won it in the fashion that Manchester City won it last year, by 1 point at the last game of the season when it could go anyway, and they win it in that style. The fact that they've blown the league over and that they've won it by however many points they had, 20 points in March, just makes you think, well, everybody's already accepted it, because everybody knows that it's going to happen. And like I said before, it's not about Liverpool Football Club, it's about Everton Football Club. On Merseyside derby day last season at Goodison Park, we turned up, we made the atmosphere amazing, the players fed off it. It was an absolutely boss day to be at Goodison Park. I lost my voice. I couldn't do the live game review after the game because I literally had no voice from all the singing, from all the shouting. Liverpool Football Club hated that. Their players shit themselves, their fans shit themselves. I think the fans sung one song all day and they absolutely bottled it. They hated that day by a country mile, because their expectation was that they were going to come up against this Everton team that had been turned over multiple times since the derby defeat at Anfield, weren't in great spirits, the fans weren't in great spirits in terms of the manager. But no, every single Evertonian turned up to Goodison Park, made it honourable for them, and they absolutely hated it. So if we turn up at Goodison Park on March the 16th, regardless of whether they've got an opportunity to win it at Goodison or not. Like I said, for me, I think it'll be done by then. But if we turn up, and let's say they have, but we make it absolutely horrible for them, and you know, the atmosphere is amazing, and there's 39,000 Evertonians screaming and shouting and on the feet, we've now got a much, much better manager than we had at this point last season. We've now got players playing in a style. We've now got players who understand their roles and understand their responsibilities. I think we've got as good a chance as anybody to beat that Liverpool team. And you know, if they, like I said, it's inevitable what they're going to do. They're going to go on and they're going to win the league. But you know, if we can turn around at the end of the season and go, yeah, you won the league and you only dropped 4 points. One of them was a draw against Man United. The other one you lost against Everton. There you go. There's still that I know it's not a lot of bragging rights, and I know they'll probably go, whatever, we won the league, who gives a shit? But we can still say, yeah, you only lost one game though, and it was against Everton. For me, like I said at the start of the season, and I'll keep and I'll keep reiterating it, this saying just, my dad said it to me years and years ago, you know, when obviously we've been in similar situations to this before. Obviously, when we played Manchester City last season, when we played Manchester City in the season that they come second with Brendan Rodgers and Ross Barkley scored that worldie, my dad said it to me on that day, he said it to me last season, and he continues to say it to me. I don't care about Liverpool Football Club. My love for Everton Football Club massively outweighs my hatred for Liverpool Football Club. Personally, and like I said, this is personal because I know some Evertonians might be different, I'd rather see Everton win every single day of the week, regardless of what it meant to Liverpool. If somebody turned around now and said to me, okay, the end of the season, Manchester City come back, win the league, but Everton end up relegated, or Liverpool win the league by a landslide and Everton finish in the top 4, I'd 100% take Everton finishing in the top 4. If you said to me at the start of the season, Liverpool win the league by a landslide and Everton finish in the top 4, I'd 100% taken that, because it's all about Everton Football Club. And the reality of this situation now, this current situation, is that come March the 16th, we could have a very, very good opportunity. Like I said, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but we could have a very, very good opportunity to finish within a European place, whether it be in the Champions League, whether it be in the Europa League. We could have a very, very good opportunity to finish in a European place, and I'm not willing to throw that away or miss that opportunity for the sake of what Liverpool may or may not do. I do not care about Liverpool. I don't give a shit about Liverpool, but I've seen some Evertonians on Twitter who may be a little bit hesitant to attend this game, or maybe don't want to attend it, or maybe are thinking about sitting it out and not going because of what might happen. Like I said, the very, very worst that can happen is that you know, they turn up, beat us on the day, which again, we sell out Goodison Park every single Merseyside derby. 39,000 Evertonians are there, and you know, there's always that chance that Liverpool could beat us. The worst thing that could happen is that at the end of the game they solidify it by, you know, getting the amount of points that they need to win it. And like I said, at that point, when their players may be running around, their fans might be up in arms, we just get off. We literally just get off and we go, we don't want to see it, we get off. But imagine the best thing that could happen in this situation. 39,000 Evertonians turn up, make it a horrible day for them. The atmosphere's boss. Our players play boss. Carlo Ancelotti's name's sung throughout the stadium, and we beat their so-called belter team, and we rub it in Jurgen Klopp's face. Imagine that. For me personally, the whole point of this video, the whole point I wanted to make it, is I don't want to make a video surrounding them winning the league, and I don't want to highlight that, but I was a little bit worried. At the end of the day, it caught me attention, you know, about a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago, when I seen there was people on social media that were a little bit hesitant to attend the Merseyside derby. For me, I think if you've got a ticket, if you've got the opportunity, get down to Goodison Park and support the Blues, because that's who it's all about. It's about this football club here, not about them or over the road or whatever they're doing, or whether they're winning the Premier League or the Cricket World Cup or the Rugby World Cup, or whether they've won Great British fucking Bake Off. I don't give a shit what they're doing over the road. I care about this proper boss, unbelievably great football club that I love with all my heart and always will love until the end of my life. I'll cry for Everton, I'll smile for Everton, everything about Everton Football Club. I do not care about them. Not 1 ounce of me is worried about what they can or will or won't do, because I do not care. The point of the matter is that we've brought in a world-class manager. We've got players playing in a style that they all know, they all understand, they all love, and potentially come the middle of March, only, you know, a month or so, a month and a half away from the end of the season, we could have a fantastic opportunity to solidify ourselves as a European club and even push towards those Champions League places. So for me, if you've got a ticket, if you can get down to Goodison Park, come and support the Blues. It's not about them, it's about us. Let's go out there, let's make it a horrible day for them, and let's go and get the 3 points, because I honestly believe we can get the 3 points. I know it's a month and a half away, and this isn't a preview or any type of video leading up to the game, but I just wanted to make it because hopefully like I said, if you're absolutely set your mind and you don't want to go to the game and you don't want to be a part of that, then that's completely fine. But hopefully some Blues will see this video and go, you know what, it's not about them, it's about Everton. I'm going to go down and I'm going to support the lads, because you know, it's not the Everton players' fault that they're so far ahead of where they are, and it's definitely not Carlo Ancelotti's fault. So let's get down there, like the song says, come on, get down to Goodison Park. Let's see the Blues, let's go and beat them. Let's go and absolutely stick it to them, because like I said, it's all about Everton Football Club, and we could be in a very, very good position come that time of the season. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Of course, are you definitely going? Have I changed your mind? If I have, let me know in the comments. Or are you still a little bit hesitant? Are you still thinking, no, I don't really want to be a part of that? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button. It does only take a second. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. Like I said earlier on in the week, we have made an Instagram. It is Mighty Blues EFC. I'll leave the link to it down in the description below, as well as our Twitter, which is @MightyBluesYT. Go and follow both of them. Daily updates, daily videos, daily photos on the Instagram about Everton Football Club, of course. A big thanks for watching. Please do leave a like if you have enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. We'll be back on Monday at about 5:30 for another live stream, so don't forget to join us for that one. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon on the Mighty Blues.